welcome back. And we promised that we'd be bringing the music to this Fun Friday.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it'll be provided by John and I. And the people who are taking on this challenge this morning are well-known faces, of course.
Yeah.
We have Ian Courtney, who is the managing director of Temptress Steel Orchestra. And we have Herschel Armstrong, who is the musical director.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Welcome.
Morning.
How do you say good morning with steel band? Steel band. Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Good one. All right. The wheels are turning early. I like that.
Yeah. But it's so nice to have you guys in, and like we mentioned, Happy New Year and welcome.
Yes.
So we know that this is one of the, because of how you guys do it, it's so, to me it's popular. And it's so fun when you're so tell us about,
A little about the pan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it originated in Trinidad, right? So we can't take claim on it, but we love it, and we've taken it on for ourselves in Belize. And now, like you said, it's a huge part of our September celebrations, and I think people love the color of the pan. It has such a vibrant sound.
Yeah.
So the sound is excellent, and then the type of music that we play is conducive to dance.
And as you say, John, it infects us, the players.
That's right.
So that's what it's all about.
And
It's
it's
about
just
having
been
fun.
growing and growing. I gotta
Yeah.
say that much. But you guys have been in it for a long time.
Yeah.
Just how long are we talking about?
It's going to be 27 years
Yeah.
for Temptress.
For Temptress,
Yes.
yeah. Did you? Were you both there from the beginning?
No, I'm not
No,
that
I'm
old.
kidding.
Not quite.
Just saying.
I don't believe her.
It feels that way sometimes. Yeah.
Feels like a
Yeah.
But anybody who
No, but I want to
Yeah.
know how long they've been playing.
Well, sure. Let's go.
Okay,
You're
I'm going to be 13 years, 14 years this year.
and Herschel.
I'm 19 years with the band,
Uh-huh.
but I've been playing for about 24.
See?
Herschel.
It was close enough there.
Herschel, you about 29. 4 years ago, buddy.
Since I could barely walk. Yeah.
So how did you get involved?
Actually, I got involved. The band played for a benefit for the Red Cross. I volunteered with the Red Cross, and while packing up, I was talking to Dan Wade and Lynn Young, and I said, "I always loved this music, And so they said, "Why don't you come learn?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't have any musical training. You just come." At that time, we were practicing under the old Civic Center.
Yeah.
And I came this Saturday, and they put me behind pans, and that's how it's been ever
Really?
since. Yes.
You still a conversation there? Please, that's what me and you will have. For you,
And Herschel?
For me, well, like I said, I started off before in the Grace Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, that was 1995. Actually, I'm
All
giving
right,
away
some
my
people are
age,
pulling
right?
out their calculators.
I started learning there under Miss Gloria Edwards, and then I moved on to Wesley College, where we played under Mr. Dwight Farber, and then after that, like, it was a natural transition.
Yes.
So-
yeah.
But you have always been musically inclined.
For as long as I can remember.
Yeah,
yes.
so I'm not going to ask you this question, but how hard was it, really, Ian? Tell me. Yeah?
If you apply yourself and stuff, it was not very hard, and that's the beauty of the instrument.
Yeah.
The way it originated and stuff, the musical theory was not a prerequisite.
Okay.
So basically, you draw out the pans they put you behind. So Marlene, you would draw out the pattern of your first pan and the notes, and
Okay.
I stuck that on my desk at work. And in order to memorize where the notes are, because that's half the battle, to know where your notes are, to find it.
Okay.
And then, of course, you're provided with the music from the band.
Okay.
And over the years, Mr. Young and now Herschel has instilled in us to learn to at least read music, sheet music, so that makes learning the song quicker. But for me, it took about 4 months before I could really hold my own and not look like
This is gonna be an
playing the
entertaining
fool.
segment.
But remember, I mean, Temptress really is a band that plays at events that we're hired for.
Yeah.
And so when you join the band, at least at that time, you were basically thrown behind the pan, showed where the notes are, the stick techniques, and you have to apply yourself and catch up.
Yeah.
Right? Because the band is practicing and so on,
Yeah.
and they're not slowing down and stopping like we will do for you.
Oh.
at that time, Herschel has instilled a different process now, but basically at the playouts was where you learnt most of the songs.
At the playout.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had to
And
not
then-
make the band look bad, but still learn.
So after
right?
every show, everybody gives you the stink eye, like, that.
Not after, in the middle of
In
the
the
show.
middle of the show.
But
Come on, man. But Herschel, so one of the things that we know about Pan Temptress is that you do take in new members, and so you have people coming in with various knowledge of music.
Right.
Yes.
Can anybody play pan?
Yes.
I truly believe anyone can if they apply themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You may be at an advantage if you're already
Musically inclined.
musically inclined,
Yeah.
if you play another instrument, and also if you play percussion instruments, because the pan is a percussive instrument.
Okay.
It's a melodic percussive instrument, though. So you play the notes by hitting on them. So
Yeah.
if you're good already with maybe the drums or some other type of percussion instrument, then this will be a natural
Yeah.
flow for you.
Sounds good. One of the things I wanted to know, guys, is because Pan Temptress have represented our country. You guys are ambassadors, and
There
we
they
go,
are in
I think
Taiwan.
Yeah.
What's this feeling like? What is it like representing this country elsewhere?
Well, it is a great feeling, first of all, to represent the country, definitely. And we put a lot of work to ensure that what we put off is a great production.
You need to go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, though, the appreciation of the instrument, I mean, this is not an instrument that is seen outside of the Caribbean that much. And so a lot of people are a bit confused by it. We have a lot of people coming up and looking under to see where the mics are and where the sound is coming from, how we make music out of it. So the appreciation of what we do out there is very...
Look at you, Ian.
Yeah.
We're looking at you.
You ever think about
Just awkward to watch yourself like that, right?
You know what would happen? You eliminate all the drums and just watch you guys.
Or
that would look a bit
and
weird.
because we're seeing the muted version,
But,
especially,
Kind of weird.
it's so unfair to you. But
Wow.
you know what it is? When we look at, and because we've been seeing Pan Temptress for so long, when we look at you having all this fun, it's like you guys are such a cool crew. Everybody wants to be a part of it. How many people, I mean, how often do you get people who coming and say, I have to be a part of this group, and actually sticking to it?
We have a ton of people saying, I want to be a part of you guys.
What?
We have a very small few that stick around. Yeah.
Because it looks like a lot of fun, but it does take work.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
does take some dedication, because, you know, we all have lives, professional, social,
course,
and
yeah.
otherwise. But this, I mean, my wife refers to it as my mistress. This band, right? Because this really, I mean, especially at September time, from when Herschel drops the hammer and says, okay, guys,
We got this, we got that.
it's
Yeah,
3
yeah,
nights a week and it's like 4 hours because we have a month to go before September. You know, so for August to September, basically, we're at Pan Room after work.
Shut down.
Right? We try to we don't take on too many players because everybody has players on the nights that we're supposed to practice, right?
Yeah.
So we have to give up some of that as we prepare for Panyard, as we prepare for Carnival, and when we put on a concert. You know, that is months of preparation, and it does take the dedication. But it's, as you say, so much fun, and that keeps us in it.
Is it like a basketball team that you play your best players and bench the slow ones?
You would wish.
Or everybody in the band gets a chance.
everybody
I'm just
is
trying to
here.
figure out what my likelihood is here, right?
Actually, yeah, you were one of the number that wanted to join and didn't
Yeah.
want to.
Maybe 8 years ago. But I do have an excuse. You used to practice at 6 on Wednesdays downstairs to Civics. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And anybody who is aware of my schedule would
Yeah.
know that wasn't conducive.
It's not
Yeah.
fair.
There you go.
let you have
There you go.
Quick.
We'll change our practice time just for you.
I doubt it. But so do you play, everybody who's a part of the band plays?
Yes, well, we try to make sure that everyone gets a chance.
Okay.
For the most part, at playouts, no one sits out
Okay.
because we wouldn't necessarily have the entire band all the time. So who's there? You play. Now, if you play in the front or in the back,
Oh!
that's a different thing, right? But everybody gets a chance.
So
that's
the
the thing.
front row people in your performances,
Yes.
are they the best players or the best dancers?
Combination.
Ian's like, uh-oh.
It's a combination. I think we try to make sure that the front row knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to look at them. Right?
Yeah.
And so, for us as well, though, it depends on what instrument you play.
Okay.
So the bass player, because it's 6 big drums,
Has to be in the back.
typically isn't way up in the
Way up in the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for us, usually we put our frontline pans are these, the tenor, which are single pans, and the double tenors and double seconds. These are the nice ones to look at.
Oh.
And they carry the melody, so that's the first thing people hear.
Yeah, that's true. Does everybody in the band plays every instrument?
No, not quite.
He would wish.
What do you play? You play these ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I play
Okay.
the tenor pan.
Okay.
I play multiple, but
Yeah, I've seen
There
you
are
behind the
those,
big ones in
yes,
the back.
Play
there
everything.
are a few of the members who play multiple pans, and that's always helpful because some people have other events or are sick or whatever, can't make it, and that makes it easier to make up
For
the
the
richness
loss,
of the band.
But and finally for me, before we get, because
Yeah, I know.
you guys are so cool, and this band is so good that you guys actually venture out to do your own give back night, whereby I think it was held at one of the hotels, and you guys did an excellent night. Who came up with that? What's that? What's
it
it
your
like for you?
Christmas?
Well, it was our 25th anniversary concert, where we wanted to market, and we did a lot that year. We went to communities around the country playing basically for free in public spaces, and it culminated with the concert at the Biltmore that we played at. That was an idea of the executive. I mean, to keep any group like this going, there's the small group of dedicated people who have to do a lot of the moving, and we got together. Primarily, Mrs. Hiroka Franklin, who teaches our juniors. She was really instrumental in bringing off that event. That's months of planning, arrangements, and everything else. And the success that was, a lot of it was due to her and the team. I mean, once you're a member of Temptress, you're always a member, basically. And so we called on a lot of our members who, because of family and work commitments, had to step away from the band, but they're still members, at least in our minds. And a lot of them came on board and helped us organize it.
All right, cool.
Okay. So to show
with your
you
lessons, though, just letting you know, you all are going to become Temptress
Ah!
members now. So,
finally.
and Marlene,
I don't
we
know
will
how
move
many years later.
our practice schedule for you.
I've always loved pan music, and I fell in love with it more in my first trip to Trinidad. It was just amazing. I was telling somebody the other day that, the players in Trinidad, they do acrobatic pans as well. I don't know when we're going to get there, but it is amazing to hear, but it's also amazing to watch, and I love the energy that you guys give off when you're playing as well. I mean, I don't know how you force people to get out of their shell, because there are quite a number of professionals, yourselves included, who are out there shaking and dancing, and
It doesn't take much to get
No?
them.
it just gets into you.
It's contagious, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, John, we know you have no problem with that part, but you got to keep up with the playing, right?
Cool. I'll try.
I'll work on playing, then maybe dancing after. So where do we start? If somebody comes
So-
in for the first time,
Yes, beginners level here.
Beginner's level. So
and
first
you
of
just
all,
step back, you're not gonna instruct. He's supervising. Okay.
so I'll first introduce you to the instruments.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what we call the double tenor.
Hey, double. What's up, buddy?
This is the tenor pan, and those are the double second.
Double second.
Double
So they're
second.
cousins.
Yeah. What's up, cousin?
Right. So normally the tenor pan plays the melody. The double second is one of our rhythm pans.
Okay.
And because I think, John, you have some semblance of rhythm,
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah, I think so.
you'll be playing the double second for us today, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
So rhythm pans usually play, it's more accompaniment. Marlene, you'll be playing what we call the melody
Okay.
on the tenor.
That's
Okay.
the fast
Right?
one. Everybody.
And I'll
This
compliment
is the
you.
easy one, right?
Typically, it's the hardest.
Yes, there
because
you go,
But it depends. It depends on the music, right? And the arranger. But
Okay.
usually the tenor pan plays the fastest parts.
Okay.
It's the more difficult parts of the music.
Yeah.
All right. So, John,
Okay.
I'll give you a rhythm to play right now
Go ahead.
on the double second. All right. So this is a chord progression that's typical in calypso music.
Okay.
You're going to play this chord. There are 3 chords. That's your first chord. Then these 2 are your second chord. And then these 2.
Cool.
And then you'll come back.
Oh my God, it shackled my mind already.
I shackle you.
Yes.
So 3
All right,
chords,
so
right?
3.
So
Out.
Okay.
out, right? Then this is your second on this pan.
On
right
this
here.
pan?
Yes.
Okay, so
And then these 2.
right here.
Right. Those are the 3 chords. Now the progression. You have to play a rhythm on the steel pan with some type of rhythm. So they're typical. There's some rhythms that we call it by the way it sounds.
Okay.
So you'll play chop, chop, ram, pam, chop.
Chop,
That's the rhythm.
Ram, pam, chop.
Is that like your definition of how hard to hit?
No.
No? Okay.
That's you want some
Bang,
too?
bang, like,
That's how
Chop,
the
chop, ram. Chop, chop,
ram, pam,
ram,
chop.
pam, chop.
See, you're
No.
moving your hands already to that.
Chop, 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 ram, ram, ram,
chop.
chop. Okay,
Okay.
so.
No, don't go and tell anybody in music that you learn chop, chop, ram, pam, chop. Right? This is steel band lingo, right? This is steel pan lingo because that's how we learn rhythms. It's not music lingo, right? So,
Alright, what a
so
cool.
this is your first chord. This is how it was sung. Chop, chop, ram, pam, chop, 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 ram, pam, chop.
Oh, cool.
oh, you hear it?
cool,
Yeah.
So it's the 3 chords
So
with
chop,
that rhythm.
Chop. Go ahead.
You think you're ready?
One more time. One more time, and I got it. One more time.
Chop, chop, ram, pam, chop, 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 ram, pam, chop, 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 ram, pam, chop, 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 ram, pam, chop.
Let me try. So we go again with chop. Okay, chop, chop. Oh, cool.
See that?
I knew it. Yeah, there you go. You're not a DJ and listening to music without learning a few things, right?
Woo! Loving
So
it.
you're good to go.
Yeah,
Now, don't forget that, right?
No,
Because
no,
you have to do that.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to memorize it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm having a bit of anxiety here as I start to think.
I'll give you
Being
some-
ambidextrous is important, isn't it? Okay.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Not much.
All right.
So,
Okay,
all right.
so I got to tell my left hand to keep up. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So I'll play most of the melody.
Okay.
I'll give you a break because we're short on time, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you
They're
a
being
very
so kind to me.
I'll give you a very basic melody to play.
Okay.
And this is a song. It's a old calypso song that is good for pan and it's easy to teach.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
that's the good part, right?
I appreciate that.
Hot, hot, hot. You know that song?
Hot, hot, hot.
Hot. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
So now that's the part you play.
Okay.
Feeling hot,
Hot, hot. Okay.
This is their notes.
Oh, wait. Do it again.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. 1, 2, 3 notes.
Okay.
Hey.
Do I need to hit harder?
Just a slight.
Okay.
All right. So now you have to do it in rhythm.
Okay.
So when John plays,
Chop, chop.
John, let me show you where it fits. Right.
okay.
So
Okay, so you want me to go ahead with the.
I'll count you in and then you start. 2, 3, 4, and chop,
Oh
chop,
my God, you
ram,
lost
pam,
me.
chop, chop.
Did you
chop,
forget it?
Ram, pam, chop. Ready? Dun, dun, dun. And then it's with 1. Feeling hot. You wait and then you go now. Feeling hot. Hey.
I feel like a million bucks.
This slower version of it.
Don't hold your stick so firm.
So tight. Yeah. Okay. So what?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that should have been the first lesson.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
fault.
Right.
The way you need to make sure that you have I would call it a loosely firm hold.
So you don't want the sticks to go flying, but
So we
You
can't do
control
this
it,
like I'm trying
you
to
control it,
do.
but you can't hold it like they can't let go of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
palms, right? So you hold it. We want to use your index and your
Yeah, Tom.
right to really control it, and the other 3 fingers kind of
Just
wrap
to-
around
yeah.
loosely around
Just
the
to
rest
hold,
of it.
yes.
Okay.
Good. And then you make sure it's flexible in your hand.
Okay.
Right. So you want to try it again?
Not very flexible. All right. Like
All right.
I told you, my
The
left
other
hand
thing
is
is
like.
you don't want it like this. you want to kind of see your knuckles.
Okay.
Right. So, and then you could pull this up a bit more.
Up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
right.
So give it more.
Get some more,
Yeah.
right. If you hold it up too high, then you don't have much.
Okay.
So hold it more to, right.
Oh my
Better?
Hey.
Yeah! Alright, see? It was the stick, not me.
All right. So, so you want to try?
Okay.
It's you master,
all right.
you.
So I'll play the double tenor.
Okay.
Okay.
Marlene, you know,
When to come in?
do you? Sing the
Okay.
song in your head, right? So that's why I chose the song. It's an easy song for you to know.
So that's an easy song.
It's,
Go ahead.
it's one of the easy, but
Don't worry.
catchy, right?
Alright.
So it starts the introduction. Ole, 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 ole,
Yeah.
ole, and then after I play that twice, ole, feeling, chop, chop, ram, pam, chop, chop, chop.
Oh, he's supposed to be going.
Yes.
Feeling.
So I'll start the introduction.
Okay.
You okay with
the
where you're
only
coming?
point.
Okay.
But the thing is that at what point? All right, let's go.
So if you're in a, look at her chair,
man.
he'll
Look at
signal
me.
you.
Everybody will forgive us. We're beginners.
So I'm tapping the tempo with my foot. So after the two ole oles, feeling hot, chop, chop, ram, pam.
Also at feeling hot. then
Right
I
after
jump in.
hot.
Ah,
Right.
Okay, all right.
And I'll help you out here. I could do
Okay.
the, right? Ready?
Okay, cool.
So it's. One, two, three. Chop, 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 chop.
Boy, I felt like I was in college.
Marlene's sticking with it. You just
Yeah, let's go on there. Let's go.
Bam, bam. Join me whenever you're ready. Chop, chop, dum, dum, dum. And now, feeling.
again.
I'm like
Alright.
way behind. No.
Alright.
Make our own scene.
Alright, do we have some more time? or-
Yes, we do.
Yeah?
We do. I think we do.
So what we like to do in Pantempters is we mix stuff up together, right?
Yeah.
So we don't just play one song. We throw another song in on top of it,
Oh my
and
God.
we throw we
Yeah,
throw the
all your
audience for a loop,
fusions and-
right?
yeah.
Right. So now I'm gonna show you on that same rhythm that you're doing, John.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Marlene play another very familiar melody.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's the song that was the biggest hit last year.
Hello?
That's
There
right.
we go.
So now these are your two notes, all right? This and this note. Right.
Wait,
Note-
but let me not forget my last one, right?
correct.
Okay, good.
You're good.
So it's
And
the
then
hot, hot,
these
hot
two.
one.
It's the hot,
Yeah.
and then there's one extra note I'm teaching you now. So now the rhythm is.
That's kind of
Hello. right. So let's get the rhythm, John.
All right,
So ready?
3, 2.
Three.
Okay,
Let me
go.
show you how it fits. Yeah. You want to try?
All right, so
So now it's important that you come in when you're supposed to come
Okay.
in. All right?
All right.
So now I'll play the introduction to that one,
Okay.
and then Marlene, you come in with the hello.
Do I do the hot, 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 then hello?
No.
Oh, I go straight to the.
We can mix it afterwards.
Okay, good.
We can mix it afterwards,
I'm
right?
too ambitious.
So let's go, John. Me and you.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Wait.
Was that there?
Not yet.
Hello. 2, 3 again.
I don't know what. Is it then?
Here.
Keep up, Herschel.
More time. Hello. All right.
Okay,
Good
I
job.
totally missed the cue on that
You know what's
I
funny
was
though?
failure. Hello.
For me, while I'm focused on this particular part, when I hear that song,
Yeah.
it sort of segs me. I get,
Yes.
I get sidetracked.
You get. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
you
I
kept
want it
it
because
going the entire
I'm
time.
hearing. Yeah, because I'm trying to hear. There is one spell because I'm trying to listen to yours, trying to listen to yours.
right.
It wouldn't have helped you to listen to me. I was way off, right?
Because the rhythms are different, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
But
have
it's
to
so nice.
be strong in what you're doing.
Yes, and that's the thing.
And you
But it
as
takes
well have to be
practice, of
strong.
course.
And you have to
Yeah.
come in at the time when you're
At
supposed
the
to come in. So
timing.
that's why rhythm is important in the
Yeah.
steel band, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
the more you
That's nice,
practice,
though.
We gave you
the
the
more
right
you get.
pants. Didn't I tell you?
So you want to try and put them together?
All right, vamos.
Okay, let me try to remember the other ones, right? So it's feeling, and then it's
Hey.
All
just
right.
faster.
Now just look at me to know when to come in with it, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll start with the hot.
Okay.
One, 2, 3. Feeling hot. Oh, you froze up. Come on, you froze up.
All right,
How
let's
hard
go.
it is for me to
All
be
right,
on time.
Let's go. All right.
Try that again.
All right. Yes.
Try it again.
Two, three. Okay, next one. Listen up now. Listen with. Hey. Natural.
Yes.
One more.
Well done.
I did a
job,
cool
guys.
down
Good
for the
job.
end, by the way, for grand finale.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, that was
tried
different.
You tried that.
Yo, man, I swear, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
job,
yeah.
man.
You know
Good job.
what? I completely understand what you're saying. Like you're playing. I didn't even realize
Yeah.
realize that we started dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally,
It
just
doesn't
like
start-
you're
it
trying to
bumps
keep the
into it,
rhythm,
right?
so
Yeah.
you just keep on dancing. That was
This
so
is
much
nice.
fun.
That was
so,
nice. That was nice. Really.
so basically, we just showed people, and I think the key part here, which is what we are aiming to do, is to remind people that you can inject some fun into your life.
Yeah.
Have some hobbies that will somehow make you feel better, and this was so much fun.
is.
Just the
It is.
10 minutes that we attempted, right?
That was
And the
nice,
important
man.
thing really is that fun is infectious and it becomes a band family.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
fun together. I mean, we do our socials. Herschel practices us very hard at times, and then everybody's tired. Okay, we're ready to go home, pack up, and then we stand up for an hour and a half outside,
Just talking.
talking and that kind of stuff.
I
And he's
say,
like,
you know
okay,
what?
we
We
could
should
have
have
been.
stayed.
So really, it is just a fun thing for us to do. None of us get paid or anything to be a part of
Okay.
Pantempters. The money that we earn from gigs, we use to put to get pans and the maintenance of the band, and
Yeah.
small socials that we do
Nice.
ourselves.
That's nice. That's
But
nice.
it,
Really.
it really is just enjoyment.
So for somebody who's watching, who's had the dream of learning to play pan, join the band, can they just call you and say, I'm interested?
They can. Usually, we say that the start of the year is the time that would be the best time, because once we get more into the year, then we're very busy. We
Yeah.
have a lot of gigs
Yeah.
leading up to September, and now in the earlier part of the year, there's a jazz festival that we prepare for as well. And if we do a concert this year, then that might be later down in the year. So this first quarter of the year might be the best time.
Okay.
And the number to call would be.
We're on Facebook.
I was gonna
The easiest way is that on Facebook is fine.
so you don't
Thanks.
have to give that disclaimer called for contenders only.
Yeah.
No, let me just qualify
Yeah.
that we usually give new players a period of time to train first.
Yeah.
We've done that now. Ian talked about how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the band has reached a level where it's very difficult for a newcomer to just jump in.
Jump
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Right? So you'd have to go through a period of training, and by the time you're ready, you feel like you're set on your.
Then you could jump in.
Then
It's
then
a
we get you in-
probation period, so if you don't keep up,
Something like
then-
that, correct.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's like,
You
I mean,
don't
you can
qualify.
imagine, Marlene, if your first day was trying to learn how to hold the sticks and all of that with a full band practicing
Yeah.
at full speed.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we found that it was becoming frustrating for some members as well who
Yeah.
just joined, and that was
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
So Herschel devised that he sets a separate night or time apart
that's good.
for new members to learn the basics, the rhythms, and so on, learn your pan, so that when you're thrown 300 pieces of music and you say, okay, we're going to play these 10, you know, at least the basics you have done, and it's really just keeping your head in the music.
Cool. Wow. That's a lot of work,
Awesome.
though.
This was so great. So you're gonna play "Open Your Eyes" theme music to close out. I just love putting you on the spot, right?
Or the new Steve.
All right. So
He's getting it in his
I'll
mind.
prepare that next time. I can do it, you know. I can do it.
I'm sure you can. You know what? Just because I know you can do it. You said you could,
Which
so
one?
prove it.
Which one?
You know, a good resolution for this year is being a person of your word. You said you could, right?
I
There
did.
you
I didn't
go.
say how long it might take me to get there.
Can I be honest with you? I'm not even remembering the tune right now. So anyway.
Dun, 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 dun.
See it there?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Put me on the spot.
Okay.
Oh my
And there you go. That's why he's the musical director. All right.
But if you gave him half hour, he'd have the whole thing out.
I'll just close you off.
I'll give you your part and you. Hey.
This has been so
Wow.
much fun. We really appreciate you taking your morning to have fun with us and just
Oh my
reminding
God.
people that it's not just about joining the band, it's learning something new and having a good time, right?
Yep, it is. Thank you guys so very much.
you.
man.
Our pleasure.
All right.
Excellent.
We are going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back,
Yep, we'll be joined by Jenny from doing steel pan to sitting down with Jenny. That's when we come back. Stay with us on Open Your Eyes.